we're at the floor. So now we're going.
Should be going this way, yeah.
Oh yeah. All that right there. Looks just about as good as the pipes up here. Yeah, cracks there.
Do we know, but do you have how far out that is?
I get my locator. We're about 11 feet.
Does that have a...
It's 11 feet.
How many?
11 feet from the rail.
11, so that would be about right in here.
You know, I have
You probably should show a connection for that floor drain, right?
You should.
If it'll show up.
I don't know if it'll be in this line, just because of the size. It might be in the, tying the bigger trunk.
Could have two lines, I guess, but...
We'll see.
There, right there it is, right?
Right.
Or is that in the main line?
Not yet. We're still in this run under the floor.
Is that a connection showing up?
Right there? Or
No,
up here?
push it forward just a little bit. Right? No, that's a drop off. Okay.
That's just like a dark spot from the scaling. That might be it's like a pit in the side of the pipe. Yeah, that whole side just...
Right. Now, is that breaks in the pipe itself?
Most of it looks like rust. It's hard to tell because
Just collection of garbage, right?
it's rust. So the rust is actually peeling off that pipe now.
Yeah, okay.
And some spots, that rust couldn't be all the way through the pipe. Yeah. This right here is what I'm looking at because anything that goes down that line is going to hang up on the rust.
Now, are we looking top to bottom as it's showing us?
Yeah, this is bottom here. And that's top.
So that's the side then.
Mm-hmm. And like you saw how small that camera head is. So the fact that it's like hitting that.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? Got some stuff up in there. What is it? So we're 15 feet. Right there, the camera hits something that...
15, yeah. It should be getting close to hitting the main line.
I wonder if we're close to the floor drain. That's where we're seeing all this cobwebs and nastiness. Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of water goes through.
It's been a while since you used this, huh? Make sure we don't miss the tie. A lot of cobwebs, gosh.
We got to be getting close to getting into the main line.
We're at 19 feet. What the?
Yeah, it's got to be very close.
Hey. There it is.
Yeah.
That's where it drops down in the middle.
25 feet out to the...
That's the main cast?
Yeah. Well, it's not plugged, but we got accumulation of certain...
A lot of rust scale that could potentially cause issues.
Now, you had that one 11 feet. You thought that might be a hole in the pipe?
It did look like a hole. Like I said, where that rust starts to curl over off the pipe, that means like it's layering. So it very well could be eaten all the way through. It's just without being able to see that, we wouldn't know. But either way, with that curling like that, anything that goes down the drain is going to hang up on that rust scaling because it's very aggressive.
Yeah. I guess, well...
You said they did a liner?
What I'm wondering is if, is that, are you back to 11 feet?
No, I'm at 32. You got water in that.
Oh, you're in the main line now.
Mm-hmm. Just a cast. You want to keep going until we get to the liner?
No, I just... Because this, you got to where this dumps into the main line, right? Mm-hmm. 25 feet?
Yep, that's what it was.
Otherwise you turn it and now you're going down the main line beyond that. So if we get back to...
Just got standing water there.
The real bad part looked like it was at 11 feet, right?
I mean, the whole line looked bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, it'd be concerning to try to run a snake through there to clean it.
I don't even know if the snake would go through there with how pinched off it is from the
That's
rust.
what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Okay, now the other says, now if we were to line it, put the epoxy lining in it, wouldn't you have to clean that out first?
We'd have to descale.
Run the snake through there?
We use what's called a picot, and it has like chains on it.
Right.
But with the size of the pipe being
Right.
inch and a half, it'd be a long shot if we could coat that.
Is that 11 feet?
That's 25. I was gonna
Okay,
locate.
that's where it drops into the main
I was gonna
line.
locate that to see where that's at in correlation with the actual bathroom itself.
Yeah.
Because if we do have to like replace the whole thing, that's where we would probably connect it onto right before it ties.
You just stop right where.
So
the epoxy would stop right where it goes to the main line at 25 feet. Then.
Yes.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But if we're not able to coat it, and we would have to take flooring up, unfortunately, I'd want to know where exactly it ties into the line.
Yeah.
That way I can provide an accurate estimate.
Yeah.
So, well, fingers
Go
crossed.
back to that 11 foot. Let me see exact. We thought that was an actual break in the pipe, right?
It looked suspicious. I guess something with the lens. 11 feet.
Now that's 11 feet. That's counting the drop from here to the.
Correct.
Okay, so it's actually less than.
It counts
11.
from the.
It's actually less than 11 feet.
Yeah, it counts from the reel itself. So like once it comes out of here, it starts counting.
Yeah.
So you got like 2 feet here, and then the drop.
We got
is-
2 feet to go down to the line, right?
Yep.
Okay. Is that 11?
We're at 17. Yeah, that right there. 16. That don't look pretty. Yeah, the whole pipe doesn't look pretty. 14. 12. And 11. Of course, I got something on the lens, so.
Now, it looks fairly, quite a bit of debris
I'm gonna wipe
choking the line a little bit there too, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wipe the lens off quick.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So if it now, say if we go line it with epoxy, you got to run a cleaner through there so you get a smooth surface.
Yes.
And if that then breaks the line, the epoxy is going to seal it.
There's
right?
some spot depending on how big. So we'll clean it out. We'll descale it, and after we do that, we'll send the camera down and look at everything. And if we notice that it's starting to like open up that pipe, like if there's a hole, because it's not gonna, it doesn't break the line unless there's already something broken with it.
Yeah.
Like so, but if it's on the bottom of the pipe, say it opens up, we can fill it up with epoxy kind of and like buff it out. But if it's like on the sides or the top, we don't have the ability to fill it up. So like if it's a small hole, yeah, we can. But if it's like a crack or like
Yeah, well, he showed in that drain on the connection over there that there's a small, what he thought was a hole just inside the pipe there.
and that's a like I said, that's an if with the coating, because like we can do 2 inch no problem. 1.5 inches becomes very tricky,
Yeah,
especially with how much rust scaling we're seeing already.
yeah. Now that's
you
a
see on-
joint, right?
So this is at the bottom where it drops, and we're hitting that turn to go towards the toilets, I believe.
Oh, you just made the turn,
Yeah,
to turn into this line.
Yeah, and you can see like all just that rust scaling that's built
Now,
up.
is that in this line?
Yeah, that's in here right here.
That's still in there? Okay,
I just cleaned the lens off and sent it back down in.
yeah.
But yeah, all that stuff on the bottom, that's just rust
Okay,
scaling.
so that's our connection from the drain to my line, right?
Yep. And then that right,
Which is how far down? What's it?
we're at 9 feet.
Oh, you're into here. You're into here then, 9 feet.
So I mean, like you got 3, and then plus 2 is 5. So about
About right where
didn't
you're
feel like I was that far.
approximately there.
And that's where we kind of, that's right there is what we thought that hole was.
Yeah.
So
It's about 9 feet from
here.
from the floor. So we got to go down, drop about 2 feet down, then we need to turn, right? So we're about 7 feet into here.
This is what I'll do. So I'll go for right in. I'll go right here. Okay, the camera's there. I'll hit 0. Where's the 0 out option? Yeah, it doesn't. There's a way to 0 out the camera. I'll turn it off. So I'll turn it off, and I turn it back on, and it'll be at 0.
Okay, and you're right at the bottom.
I'm right here, right at the.
Oh, you're right there.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll reset the counter, so we'll have an accurate idea of how far into the line we are.
Yeah.
If it wants to turn it back on.
And how far down before it turns toward me?
That's what we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.